Hello there. Today I'm going to show you my Game Boy Advance SP, and I'm going to explain to you why I think that retro emulation devices are going to be able to start replacing old consoles like this that we love so dearly. So this is Purple Shell Game Boy Advance SP. You could recharge it. It's got a backlit. This actually has a replacement IPS display. Yeah, and it's in excellent condition. I actually have the Easy Flash Omega cartridge that you could load up any ROM you want onto the SD card, plug it in and play. Why do I think this could get replaced? This looks like an awesome retro console that you could get nostalgic vibes from and have lots of time playing fun old games. Well, the existence of things like this is why I say that. So this is the Retroid Pocket Classic. It's got that Game Boy aesthetic, that vibe to it, but this actually has become a full-on replacement for the Game Boy Advance. Now, I love Game Boy Advance. There's a big library, and I play games often from the Game Boy Advance. Now, for a long time, the best places to play some of these games were on the original hardware. But for Game Boy Advance, this is my full-on replacement, no doubt whatsoever. I don't think I'll ever need to touch this. I'm probably gonna sell it after making this video. Okay, so we'll start from the first key point. Well, first of all, this is new and this is like 20 years old. Okay, so this has been reshelled, rescreened. The buttons are relatively new. These aren't the original buttons and they feel great. Don't get me wrong. You can keep doing this. This is a viable option. Don't get me wrong. The hinge is good, even though it's kind of like got its own little gravity will open this hinge. But this is just, I got this in the mail like 2 months ago, brand new from a factory, okay? Everything feels great, it's solid. Got a screen protector on there, should be in relatively good condition for a long time, okay? It looks nice. Let's turn it on. Let's turn this on. I am quite certain I could get that tone, which is like a big draw on this device if I attempted to. And maybe I will. But that mostly would come down to front ends, and I'm not too into front ends. But as you can see off the rip, I got a screensaver wallpaper generated from my wallpaper engine from my PC and sent over to my Android device. And it just, this UI, this wallpaper compared to this boring, although very cool that I have all these ROMs on here, you could just see a stark difference. Difference number two, it's an Android device. So not only is it a Game Boy Advance, but it's a Super Nintendo, it's RetroArch, it's wallpaper engine, it's Netflix, Crunchyroll, YouTube, download your own shows onto here, Google Play Store, whatever to your heart's content. Emulation Station, which I really, like I said, I don't use. I like a lot of the standalone apps, so I'm going to use MyBoy as my Game Boy Advance emulator. I'll open up a game. I'll open up Pokemon Emerald, which granted, with this, the cartridge I got in here, you could do the same thing, load up ROMs and play them from here. It's better on the Retroid because there's a few differences. I could plug this SD card into my computer, and if I have ROM saved on my computer, I can download them onto, I could copy them over to the SD card. I could do the same thing with the Retroid. However, I don't even need to plug my SD card in. I could do it wirelessly. I could do it wirelessly from one emulation device over to another. It's easy. I could even, if I wanted to, which I'm not saying I would, if I wanted to, I could go onto the Google Chrome browser, go find ROMs on the internet and download it right onto the device. I don't even have a micro SD card in here. It's got 128 gigabyte system memory. As you can see, when I started the game, I don't have many games saved on here. I believe in just downloading some of the games that you'll actually play, and not every game, but if I wanted to, I'm pretty sure I could fit the whole library on. If anybody would like, say so in the comments, and I will try to. In fact, I would try, if I could fit the entire memory, on the memory, the entire GBA library, I'll move on to the SNES library. If I still got room, I'll keep going. Just let me know in the comments. The other point is this screen. I mean, this screen is beautiful. You can't tell. This video does not do it justice. Granted, if you're going to use original hardware, this is, I mean, it doesn't get better than these IPS displays. But, I mean, this is as bright as this one's going to get. And it's got levels of brightness. That's the brightest, okay? Scroll down from the top on this. As you can see, it's a little less than halfway. I mean, it gets ridiculous. You can say you got batteries for days. If you put it down a little dimmer, even the dimmer settings is much brighter than this. You can't, again, it's very hard to justify with this video, but I assure you, if you had it in front of you, I mean, you can see the sharpness, you can see the vibrancy, the colors. All right, as you can see, this looks very dull. The colors are popping, the graphics are upscaled. You could apply filters, shaders. I'm not sure if there's any way to do that with the Easy Flash Omega. I do believe there is some sort of system menu. Excuse me for just a moment. And I don't know. I thought there was a way to get into a system menu, but I don't know. It don't really matter. There's not much in there. There might be save states. I'm not sure. But this for sure has save states. As you can see, I'll load one up. Boom. I'm in front of this gym leader. Crazy. Oh, here's another one. Let me get out of this gym. This Elite 4. Let me get out of there. Go to Rayquaza's Tower. You don't want to spend 10 minutes in a battle, just hit the fast forward. Now, I got this fast forward set to only 2 times because I like to somewhat hear the soundtrack. But you can set it up to like 10 times, I think, where you can go ridiculously fast. Well, that's another thing. Listen to this speaker. Okay? And I'll put this one up all the way. That's all the way. Okay? That's all the way. Now, I'm gonna put it all the way down. Put this one all the way up. I mean, that's just incredible. That's just incredible. Not to mention, I could connect my AirPods to this, and if I'm not trying to disturb anybody and I want to hear the music, I could connect my AirPods to it. 2 times speed. I mean, yeah, it's distorted, but it's not like you can still hear the track. It just kind of sounds like a sped up version of the track. No big deal. I'll take it to move faster in this game. But yeah. Yep. I mean, it's just like, this is beating it hands down. You can save states, so you come up against a tough gym leader or a tough, I shouldn't say a tough gym leader. There is no tough gym leaders. A tough Elite 4. You could save state right before them, fight them, and if you lose, just go back to the save, load up the save state, and you're right there. Don't have to start all the way from the beginning. And in Pokemon, that's not too much of a factor because it's not too hard of a game, but it really comes in handy when you're playing harder games. Like some of the Final Fantasy games and Chrono Trigger, you know, it's a very useful function. I mean, I really just love this thing. It does pocketability. Size-wise, okay, pocketability, obviously this is much larger, but as you can see, it's not really any thicker. It's about double the length of a closed SP. It's about roughly the same width. So basically it's like putting 2 closed SPs in your pocket, and not really, because this part is thinner, which really ain't a factor for pocketability. But I wear cargo pants a lot with cargo pockets, and I constantly am putting this in my pocket. Jacket pocket, easy. I always do it. I've been taking it with me everywhere. I want to get a few more just because like the colors are cool. Like this is an awesome device, and I recommend you get one. And I recommend you get one pretty soon, because with Retroid in particular, they come out with a new device like almost on an annual basis, and once their new device comes out, they phase out their old ones very quickly. And then if you miss it on their websites or some of their partner websites, and it gets too much time has passed, and you're gonna have to hunt on eBay, and they're gonna shoot up in price. AliExpress are gonna shoot up in price. So I recommend you pick one up. You pick one up on Amazon. They're roughly about the same price with discounts right now. I got 0 subscribers, so I'm obviously not like trying to promote this or affiliated. I just really love this device. I really love this device too, but this is just a much better version of this device. I could buy brand new now for probably cheaper than people are selling these fucking things for, especially this in particular one with this improved IPS display. You know, it is improved, but it doesn't hold a candle to this OLED display. I assure you, I will never buy another handheld console if it doesn't have an OLED display. I bought the Switch 2 out of hype for it, and I'm selling it actually this evening because it doesn't. I don't like the screen. Like, I really just don't. I like playing it on my TV. I got an OLED TV, but I just don't like it in handheld mode, and that's half the point of that system. So OLED's the way to go, baby. I think I'm gonna do another video because the feelings I'm having about this Game Boy Advance SP and this replacing it, I'm having similar feelings to something like the Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo DS and its replacement, the Iron Thor, with its dual OLED beautiful displays. Yeah, so anyway, look out for a video on that coming soon, because I just love talking about this stuff. Yeah, and drop a like. If you want to subscribe, it will let me know that people are liking this video, and I'll continue to make more videos. Yeah, thanks for watching.